Hello, my name is Miss Brown and I teach 8th grade Advanced English Language Arts. Students in my class are required to learn 16 new SAT preparatory vocabulary words each week. I give them a list, such as the one pictured here, each Friday to prepare and study for their vocabulary test that occurs on the following Friday. Each test appears as the one shown here and consists of two parts. First, the students match the vocabulary terms with their definitions, and second, they insert the appropriate vocabulary word in the pre-constructed sentence. Unfortunately, initial scores were far less than satisfactory, primarily due to the lack of interest and discipline on the students' behalf to study diligently, effectively, and daily, and maybe some lack of enthusiasm and purpose initially promoted on my behalf as the teacher. Needless to say, these poor test scores overtook my students with discomfort and frustration, and thus I decided that more than simple repetition, rote memorization, and flashcards were necessary for the vocabulary words to take their initial desired effect of the students, not only to achieve proficient weekly test scores, but that they also adopt a few of the vocabulary words into their daily discourse amongst each other. Now, as much as I trust my students to accomplish the state-mandated individual tasks and assignments that I administer to them, I knew a different approach would be necessary in order to spark a more engaging, interesting, intrinsic desire to develop and foster a new love for language. I couldn't transmit my love to them, so I decided to adopt a constructivist approach so that they may fuel their desire and drive from each other. Fundamentally, my classroom consists of a montage of various learning theories, approaches, research, and more. I recognize Rassing's following statements that the dominant form of school learning and performance is individual, and that students are ultimately judged on what they can do by themselves to be commonly accepted. However, that doesn't mean that I neglect to recognize the latter mention of educators' broader goal being to develop the knowledge and mental skills students will need in order to construct appropriate mental models of systems with which they will eventually work to be equally valid as well. Goals which can, in one way, be achieved via a constructivist approach and allow students to actively draw upon the resources of their environment and expertise of their peers when successfully solving meaningful problems or carrying out assignments. So, I allowed my students to stroke each other's intrinsic desire to do academically well and to stroke each other's ability to produce innovative solutions to a common dilemma. Thereafter, the students collaborated as a class and elected a leader in order to maintain structured dialogue within the group. They accurately identified their tasks to be able to use and manipulate the weekly vocabulary in common language and on the test. And they all quickly realized that they were all lacking when it came to staying diligent and studying the words daily outside of class. Thus they decided that they would create a rhythmic, rhyming lyrics connecting the words and their definitions in order to remember them better. The following two screens are each of the 16 vocabulary words represented in rap and song that they created and then practiced, given only 8 minutes of class time each day, and they performed before taking their test. The resulting test scores were phenomenal. The students worked together to find a solution to a common problem. They produced an innovative solution, and they accomplished their predetermined goal, all while also critiquing their ability to work effectively together in a collaborative setting. And in the midst of it all, hopefully discovered some characteristics and qualities within themselves that will propel them to possess the drive and desire to become lifelong learners and a vital contributor in their everyday lives, in and out of school.